Okay everyone, and welcome to this week's vlog. So in this week's vlog we are going to look at Copart because, like I said to you, we are going to look for a new car, and best way to do that is using the Copart website. So you've probably seen me use Copart in the past. It's how I got my current TT, and Copart is a specialist website that the trades use to buy damaged cars at trade rates so that they can repair them and then sell them on for a decent margin. And for the goal of this channel, in order for me to flip cars and do so with a profit, I'll be buying cars via Copart. So let's take a look at the screen now, and as you can see, with Copart you do pay a subscription each year, so it's £50. You do get a discount if you've been a member for the year. The membership is available, well, the membership is due annually, but not on the anniversary of when you become a member. So all memberships are in January. So if you sign up in November, you will have to pay again in January, and it's £50 a year. So bear that in mind if you are considering to be a member. But you can use the site without actually signing up, or by viewing cars, so you can see what you're getting yourself into. So let's take a look into Copart, because there are some tricks that you need to use when you're looking at cars. Right, okay, so here's my screen, and as you can see, I am looking at 5 cars so far. All have bids on them. So let's just take a look at each of these cars and just see the conditions that they're in. Okay, so the first one is this 2008. It's down as a repairable, structural repairable. If we look at the pictures, we can probably see if there are any damage. So there you go. So it's very clear that this car has damage at the rear. Although looking at the damage, it isn't that bad. Now the description tells us that it's minor dents and scratches. Is there any additional information? It says that it's got a service book. So this could be either an insurance job, well, it will be an insurance job, but the car could be owned by an insurance company. Let's just take a look at the other pictures to see if there's any other additional damage. So actually this one is not bad, because you can see the damage is on the back here, the wings up, but it doesn't seem to be any other damage that can be seen. There's no lights, but the lights for this car aren't difficult. The heat shield, that's slightly damaged, but again that's superficial. It's had new wheels fitted. You notice that? That's from a later Audi, so that's from the later generation car. They could be aftermarket though. Looking inside, we don't seem to have any airbags deployed, which is good. Means that repair on this could be quite simple, quite quick and easy to do. Just looking at the bolster here, because it looks a bit worn on the other side, but now it looks okay. So this is not a bad car. It's you can tell it's the earlier model because of this. This is the cowling from the first gen Mark IIs, and it's a manual car by the looks of it as well. So that's interesting. Current bidding price on that car is £925. So, and it's retail about 6.2. So that could be quite a simple repair to actually do. Next car, this one's a Quattro, so it's probably a 3.2. Let's take a look at this one. So it's a 2007. Is there any additional notes? Nope, nothing. So, and it's just unrecorded. Current bid is £1,700. looking at the car, doesn't look like there are any damage, or there is any damage to it. So yeah, it's a 3.2. Does make you wonder why the car is actually in Copart if it's not damaged. It's probably got, nope, it's got a couple of scratches. There's nothing really wrong with this car, so I don't understand why it's actually here, and that makes me very suspicious as to why that is the case. It's got a, it could be just someone just trying to get rid of the car through the trade. That could be a reason, because yeah, they had no success selling it themselves. It's done 73,000 miles, so I'm watching it anyway to see what it goes for. The third one is a black edition. If I'm right, this is a white one. So this is an interesting car because the damage is very clear. It's a front wing that's gone, and it's also going to affect the crossbar as well. This needs a bonnet. So there's a crossbar that goes across here. That's gone. The headlamp is clearly gone. Let's see if there's any notes on this. There isn't any. The other side seems to be fine, but it does look like a TTS, doesn't it? Because if you look at the side here, they're kind of flared out like a TTS. It's got the TTS wheels, or TTRS wheels in fact. So let's just take a look at these pictures. Other than that front, the damage really is superficial. It's quite light. It's not an RS, because the back on the RS is different, and also the RS has a single exhaust pipe. There's no airbags being deployed. The interior looks really good on it, so it's just a bonnet or a near side wing. Doesn't seem to be any issues or any lights on the dash, other than the fact that it's detected that the headlight is there. It's not there, rather. So this could be quite a simple repair. It's difficult to tell whether the leg has been damaged, so you need to have a look at the car really close up to have a look. But on the surface, it's certainly one worth looking at. So we'll watch this space and see how we go with that one. This auction is in 2 days time, so we'll see what that goes. Current bidding on it is 1,600, but the estimated retail value is around 14.5k. That's probably because it's done less than 65,000 miles, so it's worth looking at. So I'm interested in that one. It's a 2013 plate as well. There's no notes on there or anything, so I think it's a pretty good and easy repair on this one actually, and the car runs and drives. So that's the one that I'm mostly interested in. So that's the black edition. Then we've got 2007 Quattro. Now this one, it's got, so it's down as a category N, non-structural repairs. It's a simple repair, and you can see where the area here is here in the back. Car is valued at 6,180. The auction's in 2 days time. There's no notes. It's a simple enough repair. It's a 3.2, I think. Yeah, it's an auto box, so it's going to be a 3.2, and there you are. So it's a V6 3.2. Now, a note to yourself: if you, in the Mark 1s, the manual gearbox was always difficult to find. However, in the Mark 2, manual gearboxes are really easy. But I would warn you not to get a manual in the Mark 2 because, well, I'm not going to warn you not to get it. It's a good car to have, but it's very expensive running costs. It's the same tax, car tax bracket as the R8, so you'll be paying, is it £540 a year for your car tax, which is a lot of money for a car of this caliber. The autos are cheaper though because they're more efficient. So if you can, get an auto if you're looking for a 3.2 in the Mark II. Okay, so yeah, so the car's in good condition by the looks of it. Mileage, it's a bit high, 115,000. So it's one to watch really, because that, like I said, that's quite a simple repair. That it's a door skin and a new panel, side panel here. I imagine this rear quarter might be damaged as well, but again, it's not a difficult repair, and that's why I'm watching that one there. The final one is this one here. Now I've added this picture here because this one is really quite suspicious. It's a 14 plate. It's done 44,000 miles. Its retail value is 15k. The seller has a reserve on there, so at 1,700, but there's no damage. No damage on the car whatsoever. So the car has been repaired already. But what makes me suspicious is if the car has been repaired, why is it going through Copart? It just doesn't seem right. Plus the fact that the car, if you look at the additional notes here, it states that the car is stored off-site and will need to be collected directly from the seller. The buyer is responsible for ensuring the vehicle is adequately insured from point of sale. So it's not with Copart. So this kind of vehicle, although it looks good, I would stay, personally for me, I'm going to stay away from this. Now, one of the good things about Copart is that you can have a save search, so saving you having to search for your cars. And my search has got the vehicles I'm looking for, which is a TT obviously, the year 2006 upwards up to 2014, which is the Mark II, and then the type of cars that I'm looking for as well. So if you put that in your save list, it means that you won't get bombarded with a whole lot of cars that you're having to shift. So if you look here, there's 15 cars on the list, and what I've done, I've picked out the ones that I'm mostly interested in. This search will also pick up any TTRS that may exist as well. So it's pretty straightforward if you do it that way, and that way you will always find the cars that you're looking for. If you recall, I also said that I'm going to be looking at some S3s. I'm looking for S3s, and there are 5 that are currently on the market, but they're a little bit too high end for me. If I'm going to get an S3, it's this model I'm going to look for, around the sort of 15 plate. This one here is really interesting because it's currently at 8,100. It's valued at 22,000, so you've done 42,000 miles. Now it's been repaired, or actually I think it's a looking at it, looks like it's a stolen recovery because it's not actually recorded as damage, so, or it's crashed. So it's either owned by an insurance company and they want a specific price for it, because I think this one's been on the market for quite some time. It's got the 5-cylinder TFSI engine, which sounds awesome, and it's quite a low mileage car. I would buy this for my daily drive, but it's just a little bit too high for me. I think this one will probably go for around 10k. I'll need to sell a couple of TTs before I would be considered, but this is the kind of thing that I'm going to be looking for. There is another one on here of a similar age. Well, actually no, it's not a similar age. There's only one 2015. The next newest one's a 2010, which I would consider. So this one is definitely a stolen recovery. It's got minimal damage according to Copart's description here. It looks in pretty good nick actually, and that would sell pretty well. So this is a 2-litre engine in this model. I think it's got a few scratches, but very superficial. That would repair quite easy. This one I am interested in because the value is about 10k. So I'm actually going to watch this one and see what this one goes for. So I'm going to add that to my watch list. But yeah, it's a pretty well equipped car really, and I don't think the one that would go pretty well or go for. Be a nicely interesting cheap project. It's in Chester. Now with Copart, I always look at the pictures, so it's really important to make sure that these pictures are that you're absolutely convinced that if there's anything that you don't like or you don't quite understand, and you still go for it, that you have the funds to do the car and fix it. This is really important. And also this price here, you need to check to make sure that there's no VAT that's going to be added on here. Normally it will say in the sale here if there's any VAT to be added, and if it comes from an insurance company, then it will have VAT potentially. And you need to, there's also a charge, so Copart charge 1.5% I think it is for the sale, so it's around, depending on how much it is, you'll be paying around £300 if it's a £3,000 sale. So work out the percentage yourself. Then there's a delivery charge if you get the car delivered. For me, it's easier for me to get Copart to deliver the car, because then they don't charge me storage fees. It's on them to deliver the car, and it's a fixed fee that you get the car delivered. And it's cheaper for me to do that, because for me to hire a trailer, go all the way up to, in this case for this S3, go all the way up to is it Chester where the car is? Yeah, Chester, and tow the car back, petrol, time out from work. It's just not worth my while. So I thought I'd just share this video with you just to give you an idea of how I source my cars and where I'll be looking for the next car. Some good news, just to let you know that I finally got the V5 for my vehicle. So the car is now taxed, and I took it for its first drive today being Sunday, and it was great, it's brilliant. So really pleased with that. Car's going to go in for a service next week, because I don't believe it's had a service in a while. So when I say service, it's going for a complete oil flush and drain. And I'm also going to pick up a duplicate service book, because it has some service on it but there's no service book, so that's going to add to the car, so the new owner will know that it's been serviced as well. So yes, anyway, that's it for this week. Next week we are gonna be in the car driving around, and I'll be giving you a bit of a review on what the car is like. There was a slight misfire still in the car, so I need to sort that out. So I'll probably be doing that next week as well, and then maybe, just maybe, we might get the race chip. I want to have a good feel of the car, take it for a couple of good long runs, and then yeah, I'll be able to then see the difference between the current car and the car with the race chip, and give you a full review on that. So thank you for viewing this week. Don't forget to subscribe down here. Here it is, you see the subscribe button, because I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So for more of you who subscribe, if you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. And if you got a TT Mark II, let me know what you'd like to see me review going next. So anyway, have a good week. See you next. Always.